right. You know, Sharia law. I'm first in line. Can we get millions of Muslims in here? I'm gonna convert. I'm converting to Islam. Please, God, love yourself now.
Secure the ballistics.
Halo doesn't belong to you anymore. Oh boy, it's a rage bait video. Fuck it, let's do it. It's only 3,000 views, so I'll try not to get mad. Wait a minute, have we seen this guy before? I'll know if I hear his voice. Halo.
And I have never seen the community in such a state before.
Maybe not.
And I'm going to say something. It's going to make so many people angry, and it's going to make mainly the old heads angry. And I'm just going to go right out and say it. And it's...
I know we're pausing EFAP moment. Pausing the first 15 seconds. I hate the term old head when applied to gamers. Video games are a very young medium. People will say you're an old head if you like a game from 2011. Can we stop letting toddlers dictate any discussion on the internet? Legitimately. I don't want to circle back to Skylanders again. But Skylanders Trap Team, the one I'm going to be playing, came out in 2014. I was 18 years old when the game fucking released, okay? I know people younger than me exist. I still think of myself as young, dumb, and, you know, have a considerable... anyway. So, but I'm 30 years old now, so I have to come to the realization there's a lot of people younger than me in the world. It's crazy to think I'm 30. I don't know. My brain can't accept it. I'm 30 years old. But I still think of myself as, I've always thought of myself as like younger because in my family, I was the youngest. Well, Devin was the youngest. Me and Devin are the youngest of all our extended family, right? All our cousins are older. And most of them significantly older. You know, I've been surrounded by adult authority figures all my life, but now, you know, I'm the guy who's getting older than a lot of these fucking people. I hear young people acting like, well, a good example is Assassin's Creed 4. They act like Assassin's Creed 4 is an old ass game. What are you talking about? It came out 2013. Why didn't you play it when it came out? Unless you're a fucking fetus. Are you a fetus? Why didn't you play it when it came out? You fetus? I hate you. All right, let's listen to the video now. There's no old heads with video games, you fucking toddler. All right, moving on.
Halo does not belong to you anymore. I am sorry. You need to get over it. This is coming from somebody, and it's going to make you even more mad. This is coming from somebody who was only cognizant enough to really enjoy these characters and the gameplay loop of Halo when Halo 4 came out. And yes, I've gone back and played the older games. Yes, I've learned to love these characters, and I adore the original games way more than I ever did the 343 era of games. That is a simple fact. You're going to have to get over it if you're going to continue this video. You've probably already left, or you probably already left a stupid comment saying that, oh, this and this, without even watching the rest of the video. But that is a simple fact. But I have never seen a more pathetic and more overblown overreaction to a remake of a game in my entire life. Maybe the recent announcement of...
Well, you're like 5 years old, so that's not saying much, apparently. Yeah, so remake... yeah, people are overreacting to yet another demake shitting on their childhood. Yes, you fucking shill.
Ocarina of Time. But that's a low-hanging fruit. I'm not going to go there. There has been so much just outright disingenuous, nonsensical, quote-unquote, criticism that I'm seeing for this remake that it is just genuinely mind-blowing, to the point where people are LARPing the franchise. And I swear to...
Yeah, it's people like you who are LARPing. The real LARPing is people pretending to be fans of something when they're not. It's not the other way around. I mean, yeah, there are grifters, but that's not the same thing. Like, I don't consider, again, Nerdrotic Crew, Stuttering Craig, these type of people, all that sphere.
I was always thinking that love was wrong.
I don't consider that LARPing. That's just grifting, right? The LARPing is when random assholes on Twitter or like YouTube comments or whatever are pretending to be fans of something. Okay, that's anyone shilling the remake is the fucking LARPer.
God, they're LARPing, because I am seeing people complaining at the fact that the doors in, I think it's Assault on the Control Room, are glowing green. They have always glown green. Why are you complaining? The original Combat Evolved always had them green. Not even Anniversary.
See, I hate this cherry picking shit. Okay, so some random guy in a Twitter reply or a YouTube comment section was incorrect about something. And so you're going to bitch about it in the video and pretend that represents any majority. Even if people are incorrect, sometimes, like, more broadly, they are correct. Like, they're basically just saying they don't like the aesthetic. They might be wrong about the doors glowing green, but maybe it's the way they glow green that looks wrong. I don't know. The point is, I hate this type of cherry picking shit. It does not make you look good. You're trying to... this is just lefty arguing tactics. I'm going to let him keep going because I'll just ramble about nothing for 20 minutes.
The original Combat Evolved had the green lights on the doors, and everyone is complaining. It's gotten to the point where people are posting clips of the trailer, like the gameplay trailer, and I say gameplay trailer, but it's like the story trailer, showing like multiple clips of Chief like shooting at enemies, going, "Where's the gameplay loop?" And it's like, dude, it's a trailer. Where are you gonna find the gameplay loop in the trailer? What?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with him, but for the wrong reason. How the hell did normies not know game trailers are all dog shit? I mean, just as long as he's broadly applying that to every game trailer released in like the past 10 years, then I agree, but I don't know.
What video game trailer is showing you the main gameplay loop? What are you on?
They should, though. They should, though.
And people are just going on and on about things, going, and the main thing is the sprint, and people are crying and crying and crying about sprint.
Yeah, look at how bad this looks. Does it like, you have no fucking taste if you think this gay-ass looking sprint animation that moves like 5% faster looks good. This looks like shit. It shouldn't be in the game.
By the way, just
look at how bad that looks. Like, just watch the footage. This guy's coping, seething, dilating, blah, blah, blah. Look at the sprint animation. It looks like shit.
Like, a thing to talk about here. Did you know that, like, fun fact and some food for thought, Bungie originally intended to put sprint in Halo 2, which I completely agree.
Who cares? Devs intend things all the time and they get cut. That's not a good argument. Not all ideas make it to the final design of a game. This is retarded to even say that. Like, why? Again, leftists can't argue except by being as disingenuous as humanly possible. This is a good example. Who cares if they were going to put it in? They didn't put it in.
Agree with, because I'm sorry, my 7'2", and I know this is a LARP because he's only 7'2" in the suit. He's 6'10" when he's out of the suit. Fun fact. But
this is such a Reddit shit. You bring up a random nerd factoid, but you're arguing in support of destroying the core gameplay loop of Halo. This guy's the LARPer. This literally is what LARPing is. You read a factoid on a wiki, but you want to destroy the identity of the franchise. Fuck, this shit disgusts me. This is like, I know I'm not a Warhammer fan at all. Again, not gonna pretend. Didn't even pretend in the review as much as the Twitter brigading fact wanted to pretend as an excuse to dislike the video. But, you know, far lefty commie retards who complain about media literacy or whatever the fuck, you know, are the... I don't even want to ramble about this because Games Workshop is also a bunch of commies and do support, you know, obviously the Imperium is super evil, but we're going to make as much money as possible on Space Marines. Oh, they're the bad guys, though. They are the bad guys. There's evil demons. There's fucking every alien, fucking disgusting bug alien invasion people that fucking love you and morph into you, basically the gene stealers and shit. All the horrifying things in the Warhammer 40k universe, and humans have to do bad things just to survive in that universe. Like, if they all just decided to become like the Tau or whatever, a bunch of commie brainwashing homos, that wouldn't fix anything. So how are they the bad guy? I like the Flash Gets video made people seethe so hard, where it's like the humans are the good guys actually, because they did play into it kind of jokingly in some cases, because basically anything is justified if you're faced with total annihilation. You know, if your species is being wiped out on all fronts by demons, aliens, etc., etc., of anything to ensure the survival of the human race would be justified. It's basically the point, right? Anyway, I'm rambling about nothing again, but the whole point of what I was thinking about is that Warhammer fans and GW themselves destroyed the identity of Warhammer, you know, in the name of woke slop tree. Halo did that, except the fans didn't support it. 343 just did it into oblivion, and the fans, who kind of like me with Fallout and a bunch of other franchises, aren't even really fans anymore, because I mean 343 made how many bad games? Every game they made was bad. So so why would you support Halo anymore? Yeah, maybe some of the bitching is aimless and maybe even factually incorrect in some cases, but nobody has a reason to be excited about this. Not only did Halo already get a fucking remake, a graphical remake, but now it's getting a second remake with, you know, gameplay changes, new levels, etc. This is a cash grab, dude. Everyone knows this is a fucking cash grab. And no amount of psyop retardation about, actually, Master Chief's 6'10". Literally, none of that has to do with anything. None of that has to do with anything. If people think this screenshot looks like shit and they don't want to buy the game, no amount of you bitching like a Redditor is going to make them buy the game. Now, you can do your aimless bitching. I'm not going to stop you. You know, you can make as many of these videos as you want. I don't care, but don't pretend like this is a good argument. It's not. This is not how it works. We are the consumer. Redditors, for being communist, socialist, whatever, they're really bad at their fucking job because they don't seem to understand the basics of, like, not even consumer rights, but almost like corporate wrongs. I don't know. The basics of capitalism, they fundamentally don't understand. The corporation needs to make a product that I want to buy. I don't give a fuck if every single developer was worked to the bone, 80-hour work weeks, you know, they got whipped in the slave mines. None of that fucking matters. If they made a product that sucks, I'm not going to buy it, okay? It's that fucking... This is something toddlers understand. This is why I hate leftists. I hate them. I fucking hate them, man. They all think they're so smart and they don't understand, like, the basic fundamentals of this shit. They'll call gamers chuds, you know, and they call gamers entitled. Entitled? I owe the corporations my money? Are you fucking insane? Are you insane? There's no such thing as the consumer being entitled. You fucking retards. God. And somehow they think socialism would work. Somehow. Yeah, I guess if the government put a gun to my head and made me buy your like LGBT flags or whatever the fuck you idiots would even be making in your regime, I guess I'd have no choice. Yeah, you're right. That would be true equality and freedom, or what? Well, they don't care about freedom, but you know, in the name of equity or something. That's morally righteous in some way. None of this has anything to do with the video. I don't know why I'm rambling like this. The amount of times I've seen people say, just be happy we're getting anything. That's so retarded. Like, I don't understand how the human race got to this level of, you know, mindless consumerism. You know what I mean? Like, why would I want something that's shit? Because, like, people have dedicated their entire identity to, like, autistic fascinations with intellectual properties. I just don't care. I'm not a fan of, like, anything anymore. I've said it before. I'm really just not a fan. I'm an enjoyer. I'm no longer a fan of basically any franchise. I am just an enjoyer, which is what everyone should be. Like, the days of being a fanatic are over because everything sucks. No company has, you know, deserves my trust at all. So why the fuck would I be a fan? I'm just an enjoyer. That's it. I'll enjoy good games, shit on bad games. I'm not a fan.
7'2" super fucking soldier should be able to sprint. Deal with that fact. I'm sorry, he should be able to sprint. I do not care how heavy the Mjolnir armor is. I do not care how heavy the assault rifle is. He is a super soldier. He should be able to sprint. He's done crazy as shit. He should.
Who cares about shoulda, woulda, coulda? It was an intentional choice for the game design. The game feels better without sprint. I would rather they just up the strafe speed. Do you want to add sprint? Just make Master Chief walk faster. I actually would like that. Sprinting itself feels bad. It is ass. If you just walk faster, it would probably be more unbalanced. You'd have to tweak the Covenant and like flood enemies and stuff for your increased strafe speed. But dude, sprint is shit, especially for something like this. I think sprint can work in some games, but it doesn't belong in Halo. There's a reason. You just want to make Halo like every other game. This is just not a. This guy's not a fan. I don't care how many Reddit factoids he knows. He's not an actual fan of Halo. He's the LARPer. He is the fucking LARPer. All right, good enough. I know. I barely listened to any of the video because there's too much. Like, I think we know where it's going after this point. I don't know if it's even really worth listening to. These are non-essential purchases which consumerism thrives in, but it's a bit rough out there, a bit tough out there with the essentials like groceries and rent. Regardless of the, the increased cost of living of the modern era, I genuinely wish people didn't just buy garbage because it's the new thing, Single player games, the entire appeal was, I can play this whenever I want. Yes, it's fun to talk about things with your friends. I agree. But why would you just blow a bunch of money day one on something that's probably going to be mediocre? I know they have no standards, so they don't really think that. But still, hyped for the bare minimum, the tragedy of modern Halo. Yeah, this is, I'm sure, a much better video than this one.
Secure the ballistics.